We're ready. Oh,
Welcome to the Curly Hair Q&A show. I am your host, Ken Nichols, and I'm here with Melanie Nichols. She is the founder of the Raw Hair Organic Salon in beautiful Naples, Florida. It's one of the top curly hair salons in the country, and Melanie is one of the top curl and hair color experts anywhere in the world. She is also the founder of the Raw Curls brand of natural and organic curly hair products that can be found at rawhairorganics.com. So welcome everyone. This is episode 210 if you've been following along, and we've got the whole family here tonight. Melanie's here and Murph's here as well.
yeah,
So
Murph.
how are you today, Melanie?
Good.
Good, wonderful.
I'm feeling old.
Yes, today is a special episode. It is the special Melanie's birthday episode. So
Hence the tiara.
happy birthday, Melanie. We got you a screen card. Look at that.
Wow.
Happy birthday, Melanie.
I hope you're not going to sing.
Happy birthday
Oh, God.
to you. I can. So.
Ah.
Anyway, happy 29th birthday.
Yes,
So,
we're just hovering around 50. That's what we.
right.
That's the new
And
thing.
we're going to continue to do that forever.
That's right. That's right. We have
So.
big surprises today. Not just my birthday.
Yes, we have big surprises, and we're going to reveal as the show goes on. So we may reveal one at the end, but
You never
we'll
know.
you never know.
You
But
just gotta watch the whole thing.
you're going to have to watch the whole thing. So we may reveal some interesting things mid-show. If you are in one of our curly hair Facebook groups, you saw that we spent part of the day yesterday celebrating Melanie's birthday with you guys, and I just lost all the sound in my head
We
headset.
just lost sound. There
Now
we
I
go.
have
There
sound
we go.
back. So anyway,
I'm still waiting for my puppy.
Uh,
Maybe that's one of the surprises.
it could be.
Mm.
You know, I mean, I don't want to wreck any surprises or anything, but it might be, or it very well might not be. So, but anyway, so welcome. If you're new this evening, we are a live streaming show every Monday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. We are the internet's only curly and natural hair Q&A show run by curly hair industry professionals.
Well,
7:30
I don't know now. There's a lot of people copying us.
They're
and our
trying,
concept.
but
That's
yeah,
the biggest form of flattery. And,
it is.
But,
Yeah.
I think we're still the only weekly
We're the
one,
only weekly
and we're
one.
definitely
Yeah.
the longest standing.
Yeah,
And, of course, the best.
and second best. Remember?
Oh, yes, second best. Sorry.
Well, we're first in the curly category. We're second in the in
Podcast.
the podcast category, as I'm sure a lot of you know, and we have you guys to thank.
Yes. thank you.
7:30 p.m. Eastern time, we live stream on Facebook in the Curly Girls support group, the Curly Hair Q&A group, the Diva Curl user support group, the Raw Curls user support group, the Curly Silvers support group, the Shea Moisture user support group, and the Curly Hair Q&A show Facebook page. On YouTube, we live stream on the Curly Hair Q&A show YouTube channel. Check us out there. And you can find on that channel, you can find all of our archived shows and interviews and daily question of the days and all that neat stuff. It's all there. And we also live stream on Instagram at Raw Curls. Hi, Instagram. Thanks for joining us. Tonight. We also are a 2019 and 2021 award-winning podcast, the number 2 ranked hair industry podcast that you must listen to and subscribe to in 2019 and 2021, which Melanie brought up. You can listen to this episode and all of the previous archived shows and interviews on the Curly Hair Q&A show podcast every Monday night, usually by 10 p.m. Eastern time. This show goes live, and all of our other shows are there, a couple hundred of them, and you can listen to that podcast version wherever and whenever you would like on places like Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Radio Public, Podcast Addict, Podbean, and SoundCloud. And we would really appreciate it if you would subscribe and you'd review us and tell everybody how wonderful we are.
Would that be like binge
That would really help.
watching or binge listening? Sit there and watch our shows and our podcasts.
I literally do it. I do
Well,
it
you
every
would.
because I have to. Right. I literally do it. I will do that usually on the way home. I will, if the podcast comes through, because it takes the platforms a bit. If they're up, I will, on the way home from work, I will listen to the show that we do, which I'll leave here, 2 hours from the time the show is over. And it takes me an hour and 15 minutes or so to get home. So I get to pretty much hear the whole thing. Or if the podcast isn't up, I'll go to the YouTube channel and I'll listen to it on my phone as well. And just so I can check the sound and whatever.
Is that kind of like what they do after a football game, going through watching to see the moves and the plays and
reviewing film.
Okay.
Right. And then I will do it typically Tuesday morning when I get to the office here. I'll pull it up on the computer with the big speakers in the back, and I'll just listen to it and cringe a lot at myself. You guys can criticize me. Trust me, I know I'm horrible at what I do. I'm no Jim Trado. I can tell you that. Who, if you watch the NASCAR, we should. He was the track announcer at the NASCAR race at Homestead yesterday on TV. Everybody was talking about it.
Oh, and wasn't he at the Daytona 500?
He was at the Daytona 500. So was
we
Dean.
never thought about that. We should have them on the show.
I know, because they have radio voices.
That's right.
Right. But they're fun guys, and they're friends of ours.
They would be fun. That would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. We could just buy them curly hair wigs.
We could.
We'll get all of you guys wigs.
Dean would be down for that. He would.
Yeah, for sure.
He'd do
Dean
pretty
would
much
be funny.
Anyway, so that's that. So again, Melanie's birthday episode, and we got a whole list of questions. If you are watching this show, are you churning the butter?
Yeah. But I can't churn too much because my back is out.
Her back's tweaked. See this getting old.
I know. Everything starts falling apart, I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah. It happens, and Melanie's struggling with that.
You can't even sleep without getting hurt.
Yeah, isn't that funny?
Yeah. Not really.
No, If you remember a couple of years ago, I really threw my back out getting out of bed. If you remember that?
You're really old.
Oh, God. I'm not really old. I'm just not as
nimble?
Nimble. Yeah, I need to spend more time stretching. I think you get to an age where
have you ever stretched?
No, that's the problem. I'm not a stretcher. And Rick, we have a friend, an older friend, Rick, and he's constantly hounding me. He's like, "You got to start stretching."
I told you that.
I'm like, I know, but I hate stretching because I'm not good at it.
I'll do what we did in gymnastics. You have to sit with your legs straddled and our feet touching, and you grab hands, and then you pull each other forward.
And pull.
And then you go back and forth, and you pull. Yeah. Yeah, little by little.
Little by little.
And then you sit with your legs out and try to put your belly. Well, that's kind of cheating because you got a bigger belly. But you put your belly on your legs, and I'll just push your back down.
That would probably feel good, actually.
That would, because it stretches your hamstrings.
It would. It would.
You need that.
Yeah. Hey, we've got Eric with us in the booth tonight.
Yay, Eric!
He comes over and runs the booth every few weeks. Hey, Eric, I'm looking in the Curly Girls support group and I'm not seeing the live. So if anybody is watching in the Curly Girls support group on Facebook and you're watching the live stream, comment on it because I want to see it. I want to see that we're actually live because I'm just not seeing it. But I am seeing in the Curly Hair Q&A show. Yeah, I am seeing in the Curly Hair Q&A group. I am seeing that, but I'm not seeing it in the Curly Girls support group. So if you could, wherever you got, what's that, Eric? Then disconnect one of the pages and connect that one. Remember I told you that it's a software glitch that we've had for a while that, we can't fix. Even though we pay them every month for it, any one of the pages that are pages, like the what do you call it? The Curly Hair Q&A show Facebook page, not the group, but the page. Disconnect that one and get the Curly Hair or the Curly Girl support group up. So anyway, all right. You got any fun facts for us, Melanie, or you want to get into questions, or what would you like? What would you like to do first? How are things at the salon this week? Anything cool? Anything good? Crazy busy, I know
Crazy
that.
busy.
And Melanie threw her back out, so that didn't help.
Yeah, I've stayed late. Oh, every Saturday night. You know, it just is super busy and it's fun. We are always having fun, but still, lots of new clients that are coming in and just experiencing the raw curls cut compared to other ones that they've had. And in fact, I got a bunch of compliments lately, which is fun. And I appreciate that. It's nice to have positivity. And there was a lady who she and her husband came in, and they're both in their 80s. And I did her hair and his hair. And anyway,
Was he a curly
well,
or just a?
it's kind of, well, she said he was, but I just gave him a regular haircut.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he didn't need a curly cut.
Yeah.
But anyway, she called last week and she wanted to be sure to tell me that that was the best haircut she's ever had in her life. And she said she's lived a long life. So that was quite the compliment. And yeah, I'm glad I can, make people happy and help them out. Another girl I was telling you about it, it's fun. Of course, I love my regulars because I look forward to seeing them and it's comfortable and, we get caught up on life and, I still help them look fabulous. But, it's interesting when you get the new ones mixed in there too. So someone new recently this week, she had lots of questions because she felt that some of the groups were overwhelming, all that information that you get online from the bloggers and the vloggers and everybody else was confusing her. And she just felt really overwhelmed by it all. And so she was so happy to come in and have me do her hair in person and answer all those questions and debunk a lot of those theories that are out there or, things that people tell other people to do with their curly hair that just it's not what us professionals do in the salon. So she was really, really happy with the information that she received, and I made it very simple for her, and told her what products to use, how to use them. So anyway, it went great. She was super happy and said she's not even from the area, but she said she will definitely be coming back for her haircuts.
Yeah, I saw that in a number of our Facebook groups. I saw that over the last couple of weeks. I know you and I kind of talked about that there's a lot of people all of a sudden who are saying, you know what, I'm going to get out of this bad weather and I'm going to come down there and make an appointment in Naples with Melanie. And more than ever, I mean, we get those every year, but more than ever have I seen that. And I really believe, hold that thought. Eric, it went live, so you're good. You got it set up. Yeah.
Hey!
Hi, everybody in the Curly Girl support group.
Hi,
I know it
Curly.
says Curly Silvers, and Eric can probably erase that if you can edit that. I can't. All right, never mind. You guys know what this is, but anyway, we get that is frankly, I know that's a testimony to Melanie being more and more consistent, along with her assistant Jessica, of getting lots of those before and afters and getting lots of good transformations or ever, because those are it,
wow,
man.
I mean, I'm so far behind. I try. It's just, when we were talking, I told this client that I said, unfortunately, there's a lot of misinformation out there from these people that aren't professionals. Because the professionals are busy working in the salon behind the chairs. So
Yeah.
it's really tough for us to keep up on the postings and the videos and, all that information, unfortunately, for the public. We're doing it live behind the chair for our clients, but it's like a whole nother job to do that online. So for people like me and other stylists, it's difficult to keep up with. But then, the public's getting some bad information. They get confused and overwhelmed. And
that is one of the things. We're going to actually talk about that because somebody actually asked a question and made a statement in here for you this evening, Melanie. But that is, and I'll preface this that this isn't a bash on anyone, but this is just obviously something we've known, because to us it's obvious, but we've seen it in real life. One of the Facebook groups that we have is called the Curly Hair Q&A group, and it's where professional stylists only answer the public's questions. And there's I want to say there's 6, 7, 800 members in there. 200 members are in that Facebook group that are licensed professional curly hair stylists. 200 are in there. The problem is that, and we started that group just for this reason, is because we saw lots and lots of people. Again, I'm not going to bash the influencers or whatever, but there's a lot of information, coming through the social media platforms that a lot of it just isn't right. And it's not just products, it's techniques and theories and whatever. It's stuff you wouldn't know unless you were a practitioner behind the chair. You wouldn't know, right? But because those people are not working behind the chair, they have the time to make those videos and engage with those people online and whatever. And the public takes that as gospel because those are the people talking to them. So we started that group, that curly hair Q&A group, and almost immediately I got almost 200, licensed professional stylists that are curly hair stylists came and said, and joined and said, yeah, I'll be in that. The problem is there's probably 5 of them that actually answer questions.
Right. And I'm not one of them.
And Melanie's not one of them. Right. And
it's so hard. Like I just said,
the problem.
and then we have so many groups. And so,
so people get mad. Yeah.
For me to post one grouping of pictures and put it in all the platforms and what I did takes me a half an hour. So I can do maybe one of them, while the color's processing, but usually I have another client.
Melanie's getting an assistant this week to help her with that.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yay.
That's good.
Is it Jess?
Yes.
Oh, yay.
So she'll be putting those.
Yay, Jess,
she'll be putting those. They'll be in much more, many more groups.
Yeah.
But that is her problem. Yeah.
So it's just
time.
And then at the end of the night, I literally finish my client, do the laundry, whatever. It's 10 o'clock at night. So, I might be able to get one, maybe again, get one posted, but I try. So anyway, I'm.
Okay, that's perfect.
Yay.
Thanks,
Okay,
Eric.
Cool.
Eric's updating so everybody knows it's Melanie's birthday.
Fantastic.
Like they didn't already, right? Or
right.
should. She's got the tiara.
I just always wear a tiara.
Well, you do. It's just this one's happy birthday. But anyway, there's lots of people post questions in that group in the public, and tons of them will go weeks without answers, and people get pissed, because they think people are. Yeah, because they think that the stylists are either arrogant and they don't have the time and whatever. Maybe for some that is, but I don't think that's the majority of it. It's they don't have the time. I know. For example, let's just use Saturday. Let's just use Saturday as an example. Melanie works a full day on Saturday, leaves 8 o'clock in the morning for the salon, right? Right. Calls me at. What was it? 8:30 about because I'm heading home from the office because I'm working at my office, and she's talking about you're gonna make something for dinner or something in the fridge. She's like, "You gonna make that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna heat it up and whatever." And I said, "Do you want me to heat it up for you?" And she's like, "No, I'm not gonna wait. I'll grab something down here." Well, she rolls in the door at 10:30, from the salon, and I'm finishing eating. I'm doing the dishes, and she's like, "No, I didn't eat. I didn't have time to stop." And that's. And the reason I'm telling you that is that's pretty much a normal night for us. So I know that's for a lot of hairstylists, especially in the curly hair segment, that's a normal day. Yeah. So, so for that, especially people who have families, we don't have kids, but for people who have families, they got to do that stuff and whatever. And then they got to sit down and answer questions. It's tough. That I tell you all that because there's a question in here that came in tonight that I'm going to talk about.
Let's get to some questions.
And we'll see. So let's get into some questions. Here's a real simple one. Very, very, very short, and the answer might be lengthy, but we'll start with this one. Melanie, dry cut or wet cut? Simple as that.
I get that question a lot. So, I believe in doing both dry cutting and wet cutting with curly hair, and sometimes it is all going to depend on what I'm trying to achieve and how I need to get there, what I need to fix, what I need to the style that we want, the problems that are going in the hair. And so I am trained in both ways of cutting. There are two there are two beliefs in curly cutting, dry and wet, and I do a combination. Not always. Sometimes I do a just completely dry cut. Sometimes, I don't ever do just a completely wet cut. But it's either all dry or a combination. And more times than not, it's a combination because of what I'm trying to achieve in the hair. And even people that come in that maybe I just had this happen, someone had a bad experience. I think we talked about this last week where they had a weed ad cut and they weren't happy with it. So,
Yeah, is that the one where we talked about maybe it
yeah.
really wasn't a
It
weed ad cut?
wasn't. It wasn't, and I
Yeah.
explained that. So, that stuff happens and then someone's scared, then they think the wet cutting is bad. Well, anything can be bad with the wrong person that doesn't do the proper techniques, that doesn't have the proper training, but applied properly, they can do great things for your hair. So, I usually explain, and if someone's not comfortable, then I don't do it. I, gain their trust and, whatever they're comfortable with. If they only want me to cut off a quarter of an inch, that's what I do. But more
But I want a
times,
big change.
yes. Yeah. Well, like the one person I literally said, I can just sit here and you can pay me for my time because they didn't want anything done. So I wasn't, but anyway, it worked out good. But a lot of what usually happens is they, once we start talking and I explain what I'm going to do and why, I gain their trust and they want me to do whatever I need to do to make their hair look best. And I always say, this is something I, honest to God, I always say, let's try it. Maybe let's try it this one time. If it doesn't work out, we'll never do it again. So most people are like, yeah, okay. I mean, hey, of course I want it to be fabulous too. So if it's something that's not going to work in the hair, I haven't really had that happen yet, but a lot of, like, even for instance, a lot of people come in, they're afraid of getting their hair diffused. Oh, it gets so frizzy. And I'm like, well, do you mind if I just try it this one time? Because I really want to see your hair finish, and I'll teach you the proper way of diffusing your hair so that it doesn't get frizzy. And I said, and if it does, if it doesn't come out good, we'll never do it again. So they're usually on board, with that. And it usually comes out looking amazing. And then they're like blown away because they can't believe, I could touch the hair and diffuse the hair and do all these things and make it look, fabulous and not frizzy.
That's like a big thing that blows a lot of people away. That I'll see when, especially like when you post videos and whatever, and I'll see people, all the time make comments of, I could never, I could never touch my hair that much while, while diffusing or while drying. It would be a frizzy nightmare.
Right.
And
A lot of times that's the case, but using the Raw Curls products, you can, and that's what's, something that people love. And, it's the education of the products and how they're different and unique because, again, we're ever evolving and, things that were like in the original Curly Girl book have changed. We've had improvements on things. So, we do things differently now. And, if the hair looks great and it's working, then embrace it. And that's what I always say, like, keep an open mind, for stylists and for, clients and customers and the public. Because sometimes, we've improved on things or we've got different techniques, different products, different tools that have been, created to help us make the hair look better. So to answer that question, I'm for either one, as long as you have the right person doing it.
as long as you have the right person doing it. So it is really a matter of training or the stylist in general.
Absolutely.
Okay, got it. All right, wonderful. Let's see. Let's take a question from the live stream as well. Melanie, with raw curls, I can run my fingers through my curls when it's dry and it doesn't mess them up. Yeah. You get pretty much the same thing, right?
That. Yeah. And that is part of that reason is because we have that patented anti-frizz molecule. And it needs friction to activate it, so it's not fully activated. One time you put your fingers through your hair or a wide tooth comb or whatever you're detangling with. So it is reactivated every time you do that, which is amazing. So instead of making the hair frizzy, it actually calms it down. Like if my hair was fly away, I could, I could run my hands over it and that anti-frizz molecule that's still in the hair would be reactivated.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you're able to touch the hair more, and it's not a problem.
Yeah. 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 Let's go to the next one. Melanie, help. I recently moved from Minnesota to Texas. My hair is freaking out with the humidity down here. It doesn't matter if I straighten it or let it curl, it wants to frizz out. Any suggestions?
Okay. Well, I was just working with someone who came into my salon that's having that same situation moving to Florida. So it's finding, the right products for sure. Oh, I thought you
No.
wanted me to look at
No.
something. You're like
No, I
sliding
would
that
show you
over.
if I was.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, anyway, so maybe you need a conditioning treatment. Maybe you need to do like a clarifier. The water's probably different. You could use make sure you have a shower filter because like in Florida, we have terrible water. It's full of lots of chemicals. So that affects the hair on top of the humidity. There's all kinds of factors here. So it just may be adjusting your routine, finding different products that work better in the environment that you're in. So whether you have to do more treatments, heavier conditioners, more gels with hold. I have people that move here, like I'm saying, and they're not used to using a gel, but now they're going to have to because that's got more hold than a mousse or a cream or. So in order to be able to control those flyaways or those frizzies, you need something a little stronger.
Okay. All right. Melanie, do you cut curly hair in layers? If so, when would you do this and why and what does it achieve?
I do a lot of times, I would say most of the time, have layers in the curly hair. It all depends again on the hair and what we're trying to achieve, the style, the look that we want, the problems that are already in the hair. So it can help eliminate, weight through the bottom where it's triangling out. But again, that's where some of that wet cutting comes in to just really take it from the triangle to, more up and down, and give some lift and height. But layers are great. They give movement. They, give softness around the face. I love that face framing for just about everybody. Bangs are really in right now, so that's fun. It just gives a lot of a better shape a lot of times. And then there's some people's hair that they want the weight to hold the curls down because they're too fly away or, they find, if the hair's, but here's the thing, if the hair's not cut properly with the curls and the layers, then you get those shelves and that choppiness. And that's where these techniques come in. And a lot of times that's what I'm correcting when people come in and they've just had a regular haircut with layers and it doesn't work because we're holding them at different angles. We're doing different things to blend those layers, so that they're seamless. You don't see the beginning and the end. It gives lift to the hair. Definitely people that want more lift through the top and the crown and everything, it helps to do that. So there's lots of things that layers do, and it helps the curls look amazing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. All right, let's see what else we got. I'm gonna ask you this. I'm gonna reword it from the way that I saw it come out. So bear with me on this. And this is more from the hairstylist world, and that's so a lot of you guys can kind of ignore this as I bring this up for Melanie.
I can't.
Sorry.
I don't see, but I'm just getting like a glare off the side of your pictures, and they look like ultrasounds. It's so weird. Like when people show a picture of their ultrasound and the baby, and it looks
Oh yeah,
the old kind, not the
Right.
new. The new ones are so detailed; it's almost kind of
yeah,
freaky.
yeah. Um, so like I said, I'm gonna reword this just to make it easy and
Okay.
nice. Melanie, why weren't you invited by Cosmoprof to be involved in the World of Texture Summit 2 weeks ago?
That was last week.
Was it?
Yeah,
That was
last
2 weeks
Monday.
ago.
Last Monday.
Yeah. Do you know, or
I
were
do
you,
know
or
why.
were you invited, or were you?
I was
and
not
you?
invited. No, I was not. Um, Well, you can ask them that question, but I could tell you, I know, I'm pretty sure I know why. The people that they had represent companies that they sell their product lines. So we're not a product line that is sold by Cosmoprof, and they're not one of our distributors, and so they were, of course, working with people that support their business and the brands that they sell.
So it wasn't a snub on you.
No,
Okay.
no,
All right.
but maybe they should reconsider.
Yeah,
Just saying.
there's plenty of
Just
people. Plenty of people
saying.
snub you. So.
Hey, it's not the first time.
Say no, right? Exactly. That's what I mean. It's not new. Hey, so do you guys want to see? Do you want to open your birthday present from me and Murphy Murph?
I have another fun fact.
What's your fun fact?
Mm. I got a massage today.
Really?
Hmm.
And
It was crazy. Okay, so well, let me this I can't I don't think I could show these pictures because it's not for the weak stomachs, that's for sure. Let me just show you.
did you get all those suction cups on your back again with all the bruises? Owie! God, get that out of here. It's disgusting.
It's disgusting.
She
Look
got
at
one of
that.
that suction. It looks like you have little boobs all over you. If you guys ever see that, those suction cup, what do
That's
they call that? That's
crazy.
not Reiki.
It's
Cupping.
called cupping.
Gross.
It's so gross.
How do you feel? Did you go by
Sore.
Mary?
Yes.
I was going to say, don't you usually go to Mary and come back more sore than when you left?
I am sore. I'm like, I feel beat up. And I mean, you can see
She's got hands like a lineman.
You can see, I think you can see bruises on my back already.
Yep, sure can.
Yeah.
You bruise easily.
So
You're a
I
bleeder.
told her I bruise easily. I'm going to have welts and bruises for the rest of my life. I look like I was
Might.
beat up with a bat.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it better work.
I know.
I mean,
'Cause
it's
I
one
hate-
thing if it works. Another thing if they do that and it doesn't do anything.
I know.
You know?
I told her I don't like cupping. I had it once before. I did not like it. So
Didn't you have that hot stone thing where
she
they
did
like
that too.
Did that work?
She burned me. No, I'm just kidding. She didn't. That felt
Somebody
good
did,
actually. Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. No. Yes. The once before in the past, I had a hot stone, and it was too hot. It burned my skin.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, well,
That's a fun fact.
Yeah. Yeah. I had cupping today, so we'll see. I'll let you know next week. Right now, I'm just sore, and I have welts and bruises all over the place.
So Murphy Murph and I had planned on getting Miss Melanie a bike for her birthday.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I like
But
the
she
other
didn't.
one.
But she didn't get back with us about which one she wanted.
I know.
So the whole idea was for Eric to roll it into the studio right now and place it right there so everybody could see your new bike.
Aw.
But instead,
I was busy. I was busy chasing and running
and getting cupped.
and getting cupped. And believe me, it was not like a relaxing massage.
No. 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 So instead, we got you the next best thing.
A large bag of money?
That's what it says
All
on there, right? Can
right.
you guys see that? Can you turn it?
Cool.
See, large bag. We got you a large bag of money. But it's even better than a large bag of money. Do you want to open it up?
It's a little bag of money.
It's better.
Okay. I'm opening it.
Okay.
I know. I didn't. Well, I saw your pictures, but I couldn't really look at them. I was just racing from one place. My day was racing all day long.
Yeah.
I couldn't work out because of my back, but
She looks at those grandma bikes from the 50s with the.
I did
with,
like
with
the blue one.
Right, I knew you would. With the basket on the front so she can put the dog in, and the little rack on the back, and
Murphy would jump off.
of course she would. Miley wouldn't. Maisie wouldn't. Murphy,
Why is that one scribbled out?
because there's only two of us. There's only me
Aw.
and Murphy,
Miley got scribbled out.
and the pen didn't work.
Aw,
I think it's a
that's
cat. That's
funny.
why, so I had to cross it out. It's a cat.
Um,
I'm not a fan.
So I raced from that to the DMV with you,
Yeah.
then from there to the dentist, then from there to the food allergy testing, from there to the massage, from there to, it was just racing all day long.
So it's not a big bag of money. It's better. What is it?
The ultimate kinky and curly travel kit.
She got a curly hair travel kit. What's in it and who's it from?
Why would you get me
Who's
this?
it from?
Uncle Frankie's daughter.
Funky.
Oh,
It's a you. It's not Frankie.
I need glasses.
Well, so do I.
I don't know. How can I open it?
Um,
It's zip tied.
Eric, do we have any scissors handy or no? Oh, there's probably a knife on the
The
on
ultimate kinky and
yeah,
curly
right
travel
there.
kit.
Here. Here's this.
Because I don't have.
Careful, it's
any
really
hair.
sharp.
Oh wow, that is a serious
That's
knife.
Yep.
Mm.
Yep.
Surprise.
Yeah, be careful.
Mm. I don't think I should do this.
I got that. I can do it. I got that from John and Kathy. It's dangerous. They have weapons at their house. Don't ever rob John and Kathy's house.
All of our
You'll
friends
die.
have weapons.
They do. We have way too many
Yeah, but
guns.
you're the one that usually cuts herself. But I don't want to cut my hand.
No.
That would be bad. I didn't even let Mary touch my hands. I said, "Don't touch my hands." See?
God's sakes.
Okay. I'll
Okay.
pick that up so
I
she
will.
doesn't chew on it.
Close the knife. Okay, so let's see what's in this this curly travel kit.
Curly hair products.
Ooh,
Wow.
2 ounce
what
bottles.
A surprise.
What a surprise. 2 ounce bottles.
That's some product I'll never use.
But well, there's two things.
Everyone's
remember
got a
I
big
said
butt.
there's remember everybody's got a big butt, Simone. But remember I said there was a question in there. So what's in there? It looks like there's 5 things. 2 ounce bottles,
Midnight
right?
Train, leave-in conditioner, Curly Magic, curl stimulator,
All right.
Thirsty Curls, leave-in curl revitalizer, and Super Curl Miracle Moisture Cream, extra butter curl forming cream. So
So
they're
it's all styling products.
Yeah, there's not
That's
even
not
a
a
shampoo
travel.
and conditioner. How could I
How
travel with this?
Right.
Couldn't even cleanse and
Uh-huh.
condition my hair.
Well, I guess not.
Oh my God, my hair would be a disaster. This is worse than using the dog's stuff.
Huh. It was $20
Take it back.
for 2 ounce. Well, take a look in the bag. The best part of the bag is in the bottom. Take a look.
Why did you get me these curly hair products?
What curly hair girl doesn't want curly hair products for their birthday? Huh?
One
Are you
that
guys with
owns
me?
a curly hair product line.
Right. See what's in there?
A receipt.
Yeah, to take it back.
It's so weird. I don't
It
get
gets
it.
better. It gets better in a minute.
Because I like, and that was part of the thing. I glanced at those bikes and I was like, I don't know. I like the blue and it's cute. But I really like the one that I saw the other week that I sent you. I sent you a picture of it.
It was gone.
Oh.
Yeah. So anyway, happy birthday.
Well, thank you.
Pretty cool. It's $20. I was surprised because they're 2 ounce sizes. They're $20. That ain't cheap for that. That ain't cheap.
Why would you get me these? I still don't even get it.
Would you like to go to our next question?
Yes, because I'm confused.
Our next watcher question here is this. Melanie, would you please review the new Weedad line? I get Weedad cuts, so I'd like to use Weedad products, but some of the items in their original line aren't curly girl friendly. As a side note, did you ever consider just reviewing curly hair products when you slow down? Just thinking. When you slow down.
That's kind of my.
It's a real question. There it is.
Yeah, that's kind of my one of my inside jokes. In my spare time.
Yeah.
'cause
I used to say
don't
in my
have
void
any.
time.
Yeah. I'll get to that in my spare time
Right.
because I have zero spare time. Yes, though, actually, I have, in the past reviewed other products. It's kind of fun.
She used to do it with hair color.
I did it with hair color.
We have a hair color. We just haven't had time to really do anything of it. See, the haircolorreview.com. Who better to review hair color lines than Melanie, right?
Yeah. It's just, again, a very time consuming process because I don't just willy nilly it. So, it means trying it on my own hair or doing my own hair,
Yeah.
doing it on
Yeah.
clients, researching the company, researching the ingredients. So it's quite an involved process.
Yeah. When we started that website, it's got to be 10 years ago, hey?
Oh gosh, at least.
It's got to be. We started that website. We actually started it two different ways. It was the haircolorreview.com and the organichaircolorreview.com. This was about the time when those non-ammonia colors started really hitting the market, and nobody knew anything about them except Melanie. So we started that, and we did that together. And it would, when we started, and I want to say we would do a review every 3-4 months because she would have to review it like she described, and then what I would do is so we did them together, and then I would do like a complete exhaustive examination of of what was in it, about the company, what else they make, why they're making this, what we thought, from at the time, there was somewhat limited knowledge about stuff that actually worked. We learned that the hard way. And because there were some lines that worked and some that were absolute flops that I can't believe they even got to market. Why would you even take them to market, right? But so we'd do this whole like exhaustive thing, and then we would post them up there, and people really liked them. And I know there's a lot of people that, like Melanie for sure is one of those people is that, get to the point, give her a 5-minute review and tell her, and that's what she wants to know. There's other people that want to know everything. And if you wanted to know everything, our reviews were great. The problem is we're busy and we don't make any money on those. We gotta eat too, right? We got a house payment like everybody else. So
I don't
we
have
just
to eat
couldn't.
much anymore.
Right. Right. That's why I literally didn't buy you a birthday cake. That's why I didn't.
What?
Because I didn't know what to get.
Well, who cares? I take a bite of something.
I did, because I thought, do I get her a gluten-free one? Do I get her a sugar-free one?
Well, a bite
Melanie's
of
got
something
this
isn't
list
gonna
of
kill
like
me.
pages and pages of
wait
stuff
till you
that
see
she's
my
not
list
supposed to be.
now.
Ugh. And I knew you were getting those tests today, that because you had talked about it twice
excuses.
yesterday.
You
No,
could've
that
got
is
something.
no. All right, I'll get you. I'll get something for. I'll get something tomorrow.
No, because Carol's making cake for tomorrow.
Oh, thanks for dogging me, Carol.
Yeah.
Carol.
I'll rely on Carol for the cake.
Carol's the new Karen. Thanks, Carol.
She's making a gluten-free chocolate cake.
Of course she
I'm not bringing
is.
you a piece now.
Of course she is.
With
Anyway,
whipped topping.
so you never answered the question.
What is the question?
Have you ever considered
I
just
did answer
reviewing
the
curly hair
question. I said
products
yes.
when you slow down, like in your retirement?
Yes.
Yeah.
I got this cool bracelet from my friend. I've never seen I have necklaces like this that you can adjust, but not a bracelet. And I love it because I have super small wrists and hands. And so it's really hard for me to wear bracelets because they just literally fall off. So thank you, Heather.
I got Melanie those products so she can cheat on herself. Kinda.
I know. It's like you guys are as confused as this is what I have to deal with. See? I mean, how weird. Why? I mean, I own a curly hair company. Hello.
Right.
Are you having like a memory loss issue? You forgot about Raw Curls? The company you work for, the company we own?
Right, exactly. Melanie, my son has very oily hair and scalp with dandruff, doctor diagnosed, and our doctor recommended Nizoral, is that the right pronunciation, shampoo for him. Do you know if Malibu Sea Scalp Wellness would work for this instead?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I can go against what a doctor's recommending.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's not something that I would typically do. But I know Scalp Wellness is a good product, so it wouldn't hurt to try it. But I'm not going to say it would be better or more effective, or it's not, that you should not use what the doctor recommended. But ask him if it's okay to try that, or try it and see what happens. But I know Malibu makes a great product,
Yeah, I would ask. Related question. Melanie, how do you decide if you should use Malibu Sea Undo Goo or Malibu Sea Hard Water Wellness Shampoo on your curls? How would someone decide?
So the undo goo is kind of my go-to for a clarifier of removing, product buildup, and it's very effective at being a kind of an all. I call it.
Excuse me.
I call it kind of an all-encompassing clarifier. So your general clarifier for product buildup, and we use it before we're gonna do like a perm or a keratin treatment, things like that. To remove whatever's on the hair gently. The hard water wellness would be for if you're having, like, if you have well water and you think you have, the buildup from those chemicals that are in the water on your hair. So, the iron, the, chlorine, whatever, those things that typically turn the hair orange, or give you a problem with your hair. But I had people ask, is it okay to use the Malibu Sea Undo Goo? Do you have to have both? I mean, I think I'm not a representative of that company, but I'll have to say, I have used one or the other. Usually Malibu Undo Goo is, I found, okay, so, but they're made for different things. They're getting very specific now. There's a lot of different, it always seems like
They've got a
companies,
lot of new products
yeah,
that they've
it
come
seems
out
like
with.
companies come
Yeah.
out with one and then they start, growing, and then it's like, okay, now you've got like 20 different choices and it almost is too much.
Whereas we go like 10 years between product launches.
Yeah, so then it gets confusing. But so the hard water is made for removing hard water issues, from well water and things like that. Because now, and then you have a swimmer's one for removing, chlorine and swimming.
A lot of people like that.
Yeah. So, but it's not you're not gonna go wrong, really. It's not like you're gonna have some big disaster using, like, if you use the Malibu Undo Goo and you didn't purchase every single one of the products for each separate issue. That's how I feel about it. I like to keep things simple. So, we were just talking about that. So that's my go-to, but that's the difference. So, now that one's become more of like the general clarifier of removing product buildup. And
Okay.
that's-
All right. Here, let's do one quick question, and then we'll talk about a couple other things here while we have some time. Melanie, what's the difference between curl cream and curl custard? Are they different, or are they the same and the name's just different for marketing purposes?
Yeah, I would say those would be categorized in the same, functionality. So a cream, a custard, they're just
Was
different.
that this morning we just had that conversation about
Sounds like
naming
donuts.
people?
You could have got me a donut. Custard filled, cream filled, whatever. I'll take either one.
I got into your car this morning to move it out of the garage,
Yeah.
and all it did was smell like all those treats you bought yesterday.
I know. I
You
kind of.
don't even smell it anymore, right? You're like a smoker who can't smell the cigarettes. Your car's like filled with sweets and candies, and that's all you can smell. You can't even tell, can you?
So much for going on my Candida diet.
Melanie's going on a Candida diet. She's
Can't
announcing
have
it.
any sugar.
She's announcing it the day after tomorrow, right? Is that what you said? Is that what you said?
I did, but I kind of forgot. I know I bought that big bag of 2 big bags of.
2? I think there's 3. Because don't forget about the. Did you eat that whole bag of Recess peanut butter cups from last week that you bought? There's 60 in a bag.
No, I shared.
With who?
Jessica
Me,
and Carol.
myself, and I, right?
No, but I picked out the chocolate ones because I didn't like the white chocolate. That's why I bought the big one yesterday. But I forgot I was going to do this Candida diet and I can't have sugar. And then my test today said no. No, you know what it said?
It said you should eat more sugar, right?
Yes, it did. Sugar was one of the. Maybe I'm part of an elf. Sugar was like one of the million things on the list that I couldn't have that I can. It just. Yeah, she said I don't recommend cane sugar, but it was an okay one. So,
So in other words, I'm going to make you a big bowl of pasta for dinner tomorrow, and I'm going to put maple syrup all over it.
no,
right?
because I can't have the gluten.
We have the edamame.
I know.
Can't pronounce it right.
So no, but stevia was really high. Like I can't have stevia right now. I think it's because of all the.
You're like a
things.
dog. I think that kills dogs, doesn't it? Is it stevia?
No, I don't.
Somebody who knows that.
Yeah,
One of those
yeah.
artificial sweeteners.
No,
kills
xylitol.
Xylitol. Which is
Xylitol.
what's No, they're different.
They're
different.
different. They're different because that's in that
So-
toothpaste from
Yeah,
doTERRA. Yeah, and it can
right.
be dangerous for dogs.
Yeah.
No, but I think it's because I eat so many things that are low sugar and they add those kind of sweeteners. But good news, monk fruit is okay, and that's in our green superfood from raw.
Yes. Yeah, our organic super green juice. The monk fruit flavor.
Yay.
Good. So you're good for your breakfast is solid, right? You're
Yeah,
good.
I can have
Wonderful.
oatmeal too now.
Yeah, good for you. Good for you. So
Any more questions?
well, we're going to talk about one other thing. The Raw Curls Academy is coming up with 2-day curly hair workshops for licensed curly hair style or licensed professional hairstylists that want to be curl specialists. Would you like to go to the world-renowned Diva Curl Academy this year and get trained? Well, you can't because it's shut down. But you can get trained by world famous and America's favorite curly hair artist, Melanie Nichols. You wanna make an announcement about that? We've got a list of classes that we have. Did you want me to read any of those dates and cities or anything, or no? What would you like to?
Because
how would you like to do this?
We still have some openings for April, and so, but we're only taking very limited numbers of people. So
Yeah, we only
if
have a
you
couple
are
spots left.
interested, Yeah, there's only a couple spots
April. I got to look up the date. I can tell you the date in a momento.
left. I got a compliment when I went to see Mary. You know, she's in one of those salon suites kind of ordeals, and there was someone. I was walking down the hall, and someone came running out of the room, and she's like, "Your hair is gorgeous." And I turned around. It was a hairdresser. So what a compliment that was.
Yeah.
But then she found out it was a hairdresser. No, but she was really sweet, and she was absolutely adorable, and her hair was gorgeous too. She had it all piled up on the top of her hair, and she took it down, but it was straight. So she was amazed at my curls, but that was nice.
That's a nice compliment.
Yeah.
April 25th and 26th. At this point, we're doing it at the Naples, Florida salon, the Raw Hair Organic Salon. We would like to do it in the Sarasota, Tampa area. If you're a licensed professional stylist and you have a salon and would be willing to host, we'd love to come to you instead of you coming to us. So keep that in mind.
Do we have any other surprises? Do we have
Well,
any
if
other
you want to
questions?
talk about it, ready? Do you want me to list off
we're
some of the dates?
We're taking this show on the road.
Taking this show on the road.
Yes.
Yep.
Woo, that's our big announcement.
Yep.
So get ready because
There it is.
the curl bus is coming. See, if
Yep.
you zoom in, well, we can't really, but that's the plate, the curl bus. So
got the
this
curl bus
show
license
is going
plates on
the
it.
road.
Yes, it is. In
This has been
2021.
a year where people haven't been able to travel or don't want to or whatever. So we're coming to you.
Yep, that's the deal. So
It's going to be awesome.
So we've been working hard on that. This is a deal we've been trying to put together for a long time. For those of you who have been following us for years and years and years, we've had plans to build the Curl Institute on the property we bought
There it
in.
is.
There it is.
curl bus.
Yeah, there it is. On the property we bought in Naples, Florida. And right about the time we were getting ready to pull all the permits and start clearing the land for it, whatever, COVID hit. And we spent several months going back and forth of, this is a big, big project and a big investment for us. And, do we do it at a time when nobody wants to travel and nobody wants to come to it and gather in big groups? So what do? So we thought, well,
there's always a go around.
There's always a go around, and we have some other things in plan too, but we're not ready to talk about yet.
Which is going to be even
more cool. We'll talk a little bit about one probably in the next week or two when we announce it'll be related to the Day of Curls giveaway. We'll talk about that in about 2 weeks.
You better hurry up because I'm falling apart here.
Yeah, right. But yeah, so we decided, well, got to be in smaller groups. Nobody wants to travel. Nobody wants to fly in planes or whatever. And we thought, well, let's do this. Let's do this on our own, and we'll travel to you. So that's the deal.
We're getting in the Winnie.
We're getting in the right. We're getting in the Winnie, right?
It's like European vacation.
No, it's Christmas vacation.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Shitter's full.
Oh boy. We'll have some good stories and some good footage.
Yeah. Yeah, we will. We're going to film it all, so get ready. Get ready. But anyway, yeah, I've got a whole list of dates for the for the Raw Curls Academy workshops for stylists, and we're going to be making stops in things that we refer to as curl deserts, where there's places where there's not a lot of curly hair stylists that are close. Well, as we travel, we'll come to you, so it should be fun, and we're going to kind of tie that into the whole Day of Curls thing, and yeah, get ready. Get ready. I didn't tell you this, Melanie, and I meant to tell you this morning. I was going to tell you at the DMV, and then we ran out of time. But what's really kind of funny is this, just so you guys know, this whole deal took a long time because we knew what we wanted to do, but we couldn't afford it.
Yeah. This still isn't exactly
This isn't exactly what we wanted. No.
But we're starting off. Hey, it's a step up from the last one.
It is. It's a big step up, and this gets us to be able to do this, but it really wasn't what we wanted. Last week, so I had been looking for the right one, so Melanie could, do this and, and really just like pull in front of people's houses and say, hello, we're here. Here's your, come get,
Hello.
You're getting your curly makeover. Hop on it, right? And I didn't tell you this, but literally Friday, I had been talking to people all over the world. As a lot of you know, my background, I come from the racing world where they use a lot of these big rigs to tow big trailers, and this is what they use, right? Big ones like this. And a guy that I had contacted who had been searching for us sent me a message on Friday, and he said, I found what you want. It was, you're going to die, Melanie. The problem is the backs that we were going to convert into the salon, the backs were always, they're too small. They're either 8 feet or whatever, 10 feet. He's like, this guy built this one. It's 12 feet. It's 2 feet longer, and the master bedroom is right butted up against it with a door.
Figures.
And he put a slide in the garage area. A slide out. I'm like, no.
See, we should have just waited.
It was still more money than we wanted to spend, but it was exactly what we wanted. It was exactly. And he's like, you're going to hate me. And I'm like, yep, you're right. You're right.
Should have even told us.
I know. I'm like, why'd you even tell me? But anyway, so as we get going here and whatever, we'll see how things go. And if it goes well and we're helping a lot of people, which is really the case, then maybe we'll do something different. But we have plans, and we have friends that are more than willing to help us make these things come true. So anyway, July 31st, August 1st, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, August 29th and 30th, Charlotte, North Carolina, September 25th and 26th, Memphis, Tennessee, June 19th and 20th, Marietta, Georgia. That is more than tentative. I think that one's going to happen. October 24th and 25th, beautiful Naples, Florida. That's what we've got scheduled for right now. Everything else is booked out. February, January, May, June 27th. Yeah, all the rest of those are already either sold out or over.
Adjusting that Milwaukee one.
Yeah. If you are a licensed professional stylist or salon owner, or somebody in the Minneapolis, Minnesota area, we would be interested in talking to you. We might. What's halfway between Minneapolis and Milwaukee? Madison? No, Madison's an hour out of Milwaukee.
I have no idea.
I don't know. We'll see. If you're in anywhere in that greater Minnesota area of Minneapolis, Twin Cities, let us know. Maybe we'll do that. We'll see what happens. But anyway, so yeah.
Curl bus is coming.
Curl bus is coming. And if you're in an area and you need and you want to be one of these people that can say they got their curls done by curl specialist Melanie Nichols, America's favorite curl specialist, the birthday girl. Yeah, we're going to start putting out our application forms and whatever, and yeah, we'll surprise you by pulling up in your driveway in the morning.
We did it to Betty.
Do you want to tell that? Does she watch this?
No, she doesn't watch this. Oh my!
So a few years ago, when we had this other much smaller RV.
Oh my gosh!
We have a client at the salon who's
she She had a place
She's
in
well
Rhode
off.
Island.
She's quite well off.
In Newport, Rhode Island. Well,
In
yeah,
Newport on the water. Okay.
Mhm.
If you're from that area, you know, you get it, right?
She's a fake curly because
Yeah.
she's got a perm,
Right.
so she wanted me to come do it.
So she spends her summers up there, you know, on the water, on the ocean, right? And she said it's only her and her husband. They're older. And she wanted Melanie to come up and do her hair because she wanted to come down, right? Can't go the whole summer without her hair getting
She
her
had
hair
a
done.
wedding.
Right. She had a wedding. That was it. She had a wedding. So
And we happened to have a show in Boston that we were doing.
yeah, we were doing a hair show or class or something.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then we decided to make it a road trip.
Yeah, we decided
to
to make
East
it a
Coast.
road trip. Yeah. So we pull into Betty's fancy neighborhood with our National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation RV. Betty, the shitter's
backfiring.
full. Betty, the shitter's full.
I like she's
As we backed
she's
down her
gonna make
driveway
us
in her
park
neighborhood.
down the street. Like all the neighbors are gonna be.
She
like,
did
calling the
all the way
cops.
down the hill and whatever. She's like, hide that thing in those bushes.
No.
I thought high tide was going to carry that thing away. I think she had it planned.
She didn't even know what an RV was.
She did not
She's
know
never
what an
been in
RV
one.
was. She had never been in one. She
Gosh.
went in
Yeah.
for a minute
Yeah.
and immediately took a shower, but that's a true story. That
Ken didn't want to leave.
I did not want to leave.
Because in the guest quarters, she had like fuzzy bathrobes and slippers, like staying at the Ritz Carlton. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And those power toilets.
Oh yeah.
Heated.
the
They
Toto
spray your
toilets.
butt, dry your butt.
Ken was in heaven.
Oh, I was in heaven.
Mhm.
Yeah. Huh? Yep. The guest quarters were like 3 times as big as our house. It was
A movie
amazing.
theater. What more do you need?
Yeah, they have movie theater. It was amazing. Right on the ocean. It was gorgeous. But anyway, so yeah, but I'm sure she was mortified.
No wonder we
when
never
we
got
rolled in there.
invited
We
back.
never got invited back. It is funny if you think about it, because we rolled in with that thing in her neighborhood,
Backfiring.
pulling a trailer, right? We would have been pulling the car,
Yeah.
unhooking the trailer right in the middle of the street. Just me being me. Anyway, let's do one more question. She's still a client, though. Weekly client. Melanie, talk about henna. Can you tell us as consumers what we need to know about it?
Be aware. No, that's funny. I was just talking about henna because so I have a henna client now. I acquired her, and she is a curly. I actually did a haircut on her now too. So I have not been a huge supporter of henna. It's a last resort for me. I will refer it to people that just absolutely can't use any other kind of color because, yeah, it's natural, it's plant-based, but it's got metallic salts in it a lot of times. But as my client has educated me on, like I say, things have changed and improved, and even in that area. So now there are some brands that are more compatible with traditional hair color. They're metallic free. And so henna is a plant-based and it's a stain. It stains the hair. It's not going to give you, it really doesn't give 100% coverage. They'll say it does. It gives nice coverage, but it stains the hair and it typically has to grow out. And that's why, we didn't like working with them. They usually have a weird orange undertone. You can spot henna a mile away. There have been improvements, like I'm saying. So there's, some better options out there. It is messy. It is smelly. It processes forever. So it's not a really great product for professionals to work with by any means. But like I say, I'm always, I said it at the beginning, I keep an open mind. I try to, accommodate and help people. So, this woman had come to me asking if I could put her henna hair color on. She's always colored her own hair, but she had gone through breast cancer and she wasn't able to lift her arm because of the surgeries and stuff like that. So I said, fine. I'm not, I don't like henna, but I'll do that for you. So she talked me into it. And then it's actually kind of a funny story because the first time she came in, she was, very
Standoffish?
No, not standoffish, but very controlling and just kind of like nervous and she was super anxious, I guess is the word.
Melanie loves those kind of people.
Mm-hmm. And so she literally, it was quite an ordeal. And I didn't really want to do this in the first place. I just agreed to, I felt bad. I wanted to help her. And I literally like she mixed the color and then, all this stuff. I was like, fine, and I got it. I got all the color on her head, and then she started to freak out. And she won't mind me talking about this because we laugh about it now. Like she literally was almost screaming because she was so concerned about it touching her skin. She didn't want me to even put color all the way down to the hairline, and that's gonna bug me because I'm a perfectionist. And I'm thinking you're gonna show all the gray hairs right in the front. You're gonna be mad. So it was just like this whole stressful situation, and I'm getting stressed out and she's stressed. And then she went to the bathroom because she's freaking out because she's like, it's going to stain me for life, and I'm like, I don't think so. But I had put the skin protectant on, and so she went to the bathroom and came back and was like, okay, you can just take it off. Let's just get this off, rinse it off my head right now. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm not doing that. I'm like, oh my gosh, after all this, I am not rinsing this off your head right now. So, and she's like, it's going to stain. And so I had the skin protectant we use, and it's great. And so I wiped that area to see if anything, and it was perfect. I'm like, it's not staining at all. Look. And so she looked and she was like, oh my God, well, what is that? I don't have that magic, potion at home. I'm like, that's why you go to a professional. We have different tools and different things to use. So anyway, she calmed down. We got through it. And then now we're like best friends. She begged me.
She's one of your favorite clients,
eh? She's like, will you do it again? And I thought, no, you're pushing it. I said I would do it one time, but I said, fine. So, I agreed to do it again. And the next time she came in, it was like a whole different experience. Totally cool. Like just literally walked in and was like, do whatever you think. I mean, there you go again. I like to give people, chances. You just never know what they're going through. It was stressful for me. It was stressful for her. But now she was just like super cool. And she trusted me and she trusted the system. She trusted my, techniques, our, protectants, whatever, the things that we use.
Mm-hmm.
So she brings the product and I apply it, and I'm still doing her hair to this day. And now she's referred, her mother-in-law or somebody else to me. But anyway, yeah, so that's the interesting thing about henna. I still don't love it. She knows that, but I'm, so we laugh about that now because I'm like, I can't believe you talked me into, continuing to do this. But we have our system down. We totally have our system down. Sometimes she even makes it ahead of time. Henna's so weird. Like she can mix it up at home and bring it to me. Like you have to heat it up and then it cools down, but it can sit there like forever. And then I don't know, you still put it on.
So when does the processing start?
It's so weird. That's what I'm saying. So like, well, I guess she mixes it before she comes. So it's because it's still warm when she gets to me. And so then I put it on and the processing starts then. Because again, it's a stain. So it just starts to stain and penetrate the hair. Yeah. And then it literally like dries onto the hair. And then it's just a whole different thing. But I have to sit there and let it process for 50 minutes. So that's definitely one that I can book a client in between. But like I say, so I'm not a huge supporter of henna, but if you have all these allergies or whatever, you have issues, it is, it's gentle on the hair. It is conditioning. So there's pros and cons, but, so that's what I have to say about that. But,
Okay.
yeah, typically I never, used it. I would only refer it as a last resort, but, and many times once you use henna, you cannot use traditional hair color. So be careful. Check into what product you're using. Try to get one that does not use metallic salts because that's the problem. So, yeah, but they're out there now because, like I say, she educated me on this product and it's okay to use.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think she'll ever switch, but
yeah,
it's fine. But now she just likes me doing it.
Right.
Because it's messy, and
of course.
whatever. Yeah,
right.
and I,
right.
Anyway, we have, like I say, we have our system down and we have fun. And
Hey, whatever
I love
works, right?
Yeah, she's become a really great client. I enjoy her a lot.
Good. Wonderful. Okay. All right, let's wrap it up. Hey, and just to be clear,
I didn't get, where's my puppy?
Just to be
with the cake.
Tomorrow on your actual birthday.
Oh, goody.
There'll be a cake at the salon when you get there.
Yeah, from Carol.
I just want to make it. We really should just make it clear to be sure. Just just to be clear. Yeah, that trip to Newport, Rhode Island, they Betty and her husband treated us extremely well. Extreme. I don't want it to be twisted that.
Oh gosh.
No.
Yeah, it was
They
fabulous.
treated us.
We wanted to go back every year, but they sold the house.
Yeah, we wanted to go back every year. I did not want to leave. Okay.
No, they took us
so,
to the
they got us tickets and sent us on a tour to the Breakers, the Vanderbilt Estate, which is right down the block. Yeah, they did that.
No,
we went out to dinner, or we went out to meals. Every meal we went out, right?
No. Well, you know what's funny? I told Betty, we were talking about food one day or something, and I said, well, Betty can make a mean omelet. Because remember, she cooked omelets for us in the morning for breakfast.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
She didn't even remember. She's like, I did? I said, yeah, you make a really good omelet.
Yeah, that giant
awesome.
kitchen, yeah. But yeah, no, they don't, yeah. And this is kind of funny.
We're super grateful. It was
So the day that Melanie Melanie did her hair, because you did like everything, right? I like to read, and this whole level of this house is it's guest apartment. It's like the whole third level. It's giant, and it's all windows overlooking the water. And I like to read, so I took one of the big fluffy Ritz-Carlton bathrobes, and I sat there on the couch overlooking the water and read all day. And I remember this specific, it just crossed my mind. I remember this specifically, that you came up and you said, have you taken a shower yet? And I'm like, no, you've been in this robe all day. And I'm like, yeah, I've been reading. She's like, it's 5:00. We're going to dinner. I'm like, really? I had no idea. The day and for me, I'm a guy that gets up early, and I'm always going. And it was, that's why I didn't want to leave. Cause it was so relaxing that, yeah, it was, do you remember that? It's 5:00. We have to go to dinner. I'm like, and I was so upset because I had to take a shower in quick, and I really wanted to enjoy it because they had one of those showers that, it rains on you and sprays at you from 14 different angles. And,
like that movie.
Yeah, right. Like the movie.
The Upside.
The Upside. But I'm like, I can't take a 5-minute shower in here. I'm like,
oh gosh,
I have to stay. Anyway, I forgot all about that. I just remembered it. But anyway, yeah, it was wonderful. All right. Okay. Anything else? You want to grab your large bag of money and get the heck out of here?
I think so. I have work to do, of course. Let's see. Oh, God, those pictures, it grosses me out.
God, that's sick.
Ugh.
Yeah, that was cupping thing.
Oh, gosh. I hope I don't still look like that. But
hey, if you are watching in one of the live streams, post in the comment section. If you want Melanie to bring her curl bus and do your curls in your city, post your city and state. And so we got an idea of who wants her and who doesn't, right? I know one there's going to be a bunch of comments. I know it. Philadelphia.
That is
always is.
That wants.
There always is.
Doesn't.
They do. There always is. Every time, it's always that. Come to Philly. Come to Philadelphia.
We still did a ton of short hair again. It's been a trend. I don't know. Everyone's
this week
cutting their hair so short. Yeah. I hope everyone saw Jessica's hair. It looks amazing.
Yeah, they did. A lot of people saw that.
Good.
Yeah. You know what's in 2 weeks from yesterday?
No.
You're never going to believe it.
What?
Your least favorite day of the year.
Oh, Mother's Day?
Nope.
Oh. No, I like Mother's Day now. I'm going to visit
because you're going to visit your mom. Yeah.
What?
Least favorite day of the year. What's your favorite day of the year?
Daylight savings time. Are we losing time?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, I told you. It's her worst day. Her least favorite day of the year.
I don't have
2
enough
weeks.
time as it is. I can't lose an hour.
Sorry.
You're right.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. Let's wrap it up. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Same time,
Have a
same
good
place.
curly week.
Yeah, have a great curly week. Bye.